Hi all, this is Brita for The Happier Attorney, and today's video is based on a question from our Facebook group, Attorneys and Flat Fees. So I asked a question to the group of what were your fears about using flat fees. And I'll tell you, the fears are common, you're not alone, and once you recognize what that feeling is, what that hesitation and resistance is, it's very easy to overcome it. There are issues with flat fees. I'll tell you, they do not come up very often. And when they do, once you know what's coming, you can prevent it or deal with it very effectively. But I'll tell you, the issues really don't come up half as much as people think they do. And all of the issues that come up in flat fees are addressed in both the book, The Happier Attorney, and the course, The Happier Attorney, available on my website, britalong.com. In regard to this specific question, it was, how do you deal with people who are essentially clients who are abusing the flat fee? They are calling all the time, they're asking the same question, they think that they have carte blanche access to you because they paid a flat fee. I'll tell you, this isn't a fee issue. This is a client control issue. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you is this starts at your first meeting with the client. You need to establish that you are in charge, that this is the service that is provided. It does not include 24-hour access to you. And the more barriers, legitimate barriers, that you can put up between you and the client, the more that instills the message. So for instance, clients shouldn't have your cell phone number. There's no reason for them to have your cell phone number. You don't have your doctor's cell phone number, do you? No. They should have to make an appointment to talk to you or to come into the office if they have a question. So that prevents a whole lot of the issue of them abusing the flat fee, making it a little bit more difficult for them so that they're not just calling you with every random question 5 times a day. They're actually really having to think about that and wait till Monday and then having some steps to get to you. So that yes, if there is a legitimate issue, you're aware of it and can deal with it, but you're just not dealing with constant communication. Also, if you have someone who looks like they're going to be needy, that's part of how you establish the fee. And you are going to charge more for that. And a lot of that is coming down to your gut. But if you have a client who has an anxiety disorder, for instance, it is legitimate to charge extra for that because you are going to be hand-holding a little bit more with that client. Some attorneys who use flat fee just don't do hand-holding, and that's fine. I personally did a little bit more hand-holding with clients that needed the same, but I charged for that. So for instance, I had 2 clients, one who had a severe anxiety disorder. She absolutely was going to need to hear the same answer 20 times. And I charged extra for that. That was built into the flat fee. I had another client who it wasn't evident that she was going to need that extra help, and actually her uncle called me, who was an attorney, and I was a little hesitant to talk to him, thinking, oh, he's going to try and interfere with my representation. He didn't, and he said, you know, my niece is going to need more help. She's going to need more phone calls. So we set up a weekly appointment. We had a phone call every week, and I charged for that. There was another flat additional fee for that, and it was a very handsome fee that was paid without any problem at all. As I talk about in the course, I had another client who was somewhat high maintenance, and when she started to abuse access to me, I instantly stopped it by making her physically come into the office to have a consultation. I said, you know what, you're right, this is really important. Let's talk about it in the office. When can you come in? Stopped everything. She was a physician and she didn't have time. And all of a sudden, her emergencies stopped. So there are certainly plenty of ways that you can deal with that issue. And quite frankly, it really doesn't happen that often. I think that that is a big fear out there, a misperception, but it really doesn't happen as often as you think. And again, that's not a flat fee problem. That's a client control problem that you can certainly get around that has nothing to do with flat fees. So I'm going to encourage you to read the book and to take the course. It's $4.99, and it deals with every issue that could come up, because they do come up. Again, not as often as you think, but they do. And if you know they're coming down the pike, you can build in to your practice ways to prevent those issues, and you'll know how to deal with them once they occur, rather than having no idea and trying to work this out on your own and making the same mistakes that I and other attorneys have made in flat fees. There's no reason for you to make those mistakes, but you do have to invest the time and the money to learn about flat fees first. So you can make the mistakes on your own, or you can do it right the first time. So I would encourage you to do it right the first time. So thank you for listening. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, go ahead and ask to join. It's only for attorneys. So thanks for listening. And if you liked this video or found it useful in any way, please like it and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that other attorneys can get this information as well. Thanks so much. Bye.